Today, we're gonna give you guys a little history lesson. Don't worry, it's not on any boring subjects. It's on Rocky Horror. Rocky Horror first gave life as a stage show written by Richard O'Brien himself. After the raging popularity of it in London, they decided, hey, let's make a movie. The movie starred many people who were already in the original stage show and took place in one of the many historic Hammer horror houses. But when production was wrapped, 20th Century Fox didn't know what the hell to do with this movie. But that was not the first time something bad happened to the show, and it wouldn't be the last either. That opening weekend when the film finally came out, it was a flop. What saved the film was a bunch of people who decided, hey, let's air it at midnight and see what happens. Well, what happened was all the drunks came out to play. Now, South Bend was not immune from the spell that Rocky Horror had put upon the world. They too aired the movie at midnight. In fact, the State Theater itself was the main place you could go to see Rocky Horror in South Bend.
Yeah, so Rocky Horror has actually been here for a long time, beginning in the 1970s. We had an interview with a guy named Tony, but he says, hey, I used to do that job. So we did the interview, and it turns out that in the 70s, we used to do Rocky Horror here. And in those days, they actually allowed you to throw around ketchup and mustard. The theater was very different back then. It was still quite graceful and a little bit more opulent, and they had the nice velvet chairs, and there was all fixed seating, so you can just imagine the huge mess that must have made, right? Because people are squirting ketchup and mustard packets everywhere and still throwing the rice and all that stuff. So what ended up happening is they did the traditional midnight showing, and when the crew came back in the morning, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 o'clock, the janitor was still here cleaning. The heritage, the lineage of doing Rocky Horror today really ties in nicely of what the theater was doing back in the 1970s before it closed. And even into the 90s and the 2000s, it was still happening there. This was still a place for Rocky Horror. So I really love the fact that we've been able to bring in, be able to tie the present to the past and create that continuous thread that I think people really identify with.